I think I clicked the live button. I wasn't ready. Do the Galactic Seabass Podcast. I need to set it up a little bit better than that. Sorry that I wasn't ready. I did not mean to click the button. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're off to a wild start. This is a video. Scuba-dee-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-boop. Not even plugged in. How long will we last? Only God knows. This is our life. Let's live it in peace and harmony. Woo! Welcome to the Galactic Seabass Podcast, episode 73. Welcome, everybody. I missed you last week. I am really sorry that I wasn't here. I wanted to be. I tried every day to fit in an hour to do this, and it never seemed to find the time. The bills are piling up to be a person in 2024 when you live by yourself and you don't have a partner and you don't have any roommates, and your two you do have are furry and they don't speak English or say any languages at all except rough and meow. They also do not contribute to any bills. They are my children, though, and I love them very much. So I do what I can. And my name's Sebastian. I'm the host. People call me Seabass. This is the Galactic Seabass Podcast. That's a plane flying overhead because I live by an airport. So with that, cheers to everybody who is tuning in. Welcome to the Galactic Seabass Podcast, episode 73, with your host, me. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm just going to give a quick disclaimer about the thumbnail. I am very sorry if anybody was misled and thought Ari Maddie was going to be on this podcast. Maybe one day that will be a possibility. However, today that is not. I met him last night at the Comedy Store, and he was really cool. We'll get into all that a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and just kind of get today started. I left all my notes somewhere. Oh boy, I really was not ready for this thing. I just turned my phone on and it started. It was very strange. Where did all my notes go? I wrote them all down and I put them somewhere very particular so that I would hear. Okay, I'm a goofball. There we go. Got my notes, and I just realized I cheersed you without cheers and cheers, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. My laptop cord charger thing has been on the fritz, so I don't know if I'll be able to tune into the live chat today. Hopefully that will be a possibility. Just not positive. Can't spell impossible without I'm possible, though. Alright, hold that power and see what happens. So far, nothing. Blackness. The black void. Death. It says it's charging. I really don't know. Let's take that charger cord out. Press the button again. See if it gives me like an I'm dead sign. Nope, could just be really dead. Try and plug it in. Nope, no light at all. Plug it in. Green light flickering. Okay, plug it back in. No light. No light at all. Maybe flip it over. No light. Okay, that's not. No light again. And now it's green. Will it turn orange? If it turns orange, that means it's charging. This is not a very entertaining podcast so far. I just want to be able to interact with you guys, and the only way to do that is through the live chat. So, wish this thing worked. It's making my photo job really hard because my laptop is very sporadic about when it wants to actually charge and turn on. So getting my work done is almost impossible. I don't know if I need a new laptop or a new cord or if the port's just dirty. I'm not a very tech-savvy individual. So that's a very bright green light. Turn orange, buddy. You can do it. No, as it flickers into the everlasting darkness. Well, I suppose I could just keep talking. It's hard to double track my mind. Just really want this thing to work. It was orange for a little bit, and then I messed with it. And now we'll never know if this thing will turn on. Well, that's okay. This week has been pretty wild. I know it's been 2 weeks. I missed you guys last week. This should be episode 74, but hey, it's orange. It's episode 73. So thanks for being here, everybody. I'm really happy we made it this far. It's fortunate I'll be able to look back on my podcast thing, and I won't be able to say I put one out every week. But you know what? That's okay. So we're here, we're live. How are you guys today? How is life treating you? How is whatever part of the world you're in doing? Is it hot? Is it cold? How is the end of summer feeling. We passed the equinox. We have now drifted into fall, and I feel hoodie season breezing upon us. And that means spooky season is right around the corner. And I'm a big Halloween fan, so I'm very excited for this year's array of Halloween escapades. It should be a swell endeavor. I'm very excited to participate in that one. Yeah, let's just get on down to it. So many things happened this week, it's really hard to even put it into check, but I'll just go with my notes. Yeah, we had the debate. That was pretty cool. I tried to pay him, but really I got bored after about 20 minutes. And I just realized that I don't really care what happens. It's not a really great choice on your side. There should be more than 2 parties. I think we should have 8 people. And yeah, I don't know. We have a very strange system here in America. So whatever side you're on, best of luck. And I really hope that we don't implode as a nation. That's kind of my only hope for that thing. Ooh, I had a video on Instagram, so a few weeks ago, I don't know how long ago it was, July, so however many weeks ago that was. I put out a video of me down B Street downtown, and that was the first video I ever put out on any platform that hit 1 million views. That was so exciting, and I've been for a long time, so I felt really cool to be acknowledged in the fact that 1 million views on a single piece. You know, it just felt good. Checking over my account today, and I had a second video from BMX Day, totally different shenanigan, filmed by Chris over at SD Wheelworks. Shouts out to SD Wheelworks. If you ever need any bike needs in San Diego, check them out. He filmed this clip, and that also has over 1 million views now, and that just blows my mind. Yeah, and I'm getting good traction. The Seabass Jokes account actually surpassed the Galactic Seabass account on Instagram, which is wild. I've had Galactic Seabass for so long, and Seabass Jokes is kind of this newer endeavor, and now the thing is bigger. So just social media is kind of a hard thing to navigate, but you just keep doing it, just the consistency. Thanks for being here. I've been doing these for a long time, as you can tell. I appreciate you being here. It's tough to be able to dedicate the time to be able to do this sort of thing, so really means a lot that you would tune in to check it out, and I appreciate you very much. So thanks for being here. Podcast number 73. I tip my hat to you, and I also tip my little hat to you. This big one is just keeping the little one safe. I like this little hat. I have a lot of jokes about it that I will not do on this podcast, so come to me live. Tomorrow we'll be at American Comedy Company at 8 p.m., and then Wednesday is Kill Tony, baby. Round 5. It'll be my 4th time signing up because I was late for the YouTube theater show. And yeah, you never know. I went to Hollywood yesterday to try to do the set of the night bucket and didn't get called for that. Actually, myself and 4 other comedians from San Diego drove up, and none of us got pulled. So that was by the Amazing Comedy Theater in Orange County. It was literally inside of a dojo. Very large plethora of neon lights overhead. And that was fun. There were 3 people in the audience, 2 people working there. The 3 people were all comics. So that was, we did it. We did 5 minutes each. Then we hit the road, went to the store, we signed up. And yeah, lo and behold, none of us got pulled, but I got this cool bottle. Always wanted one of these fancy little Comedy Store bottles, and by golly. So, all right, cheers to not that cup, because I haven't opened it yet. Oh, yeah. It was cool. I met Van Corona last night. He's the photographer over at the Comedy Store. And I forgot to mention that I'm the photographer at the Yellow Door. Kind of neat. So I sent him a DM, but he hasn't seen it. So Van Corona, shouts out. Cool work. Also, just off the 6. Amazing work. I love your stuff, guys. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so to explain the thumbnail a little bit more in detail, I was hanging out at the table and I saw Ari talking to Jetski like over by the bar, and I just thought, holy cow, that's Ari Maddie. I would love to go say hello. So I went over and I was like, hello, are you Ari Maddie? He was like, yep. I'm the worst when it comes to meeting celebrities. But I just said, hey, it's really nice to meet you. You made me laugh a lot. I really appreciate you. Congratulations on all your Kill Tony stuff. And he's like, thanks, man. Walked away. And then I saw my buddy Aaron Trahan was talking to this guy, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going back. This is always one of those things. I'll like have a moment and walk away and realize like I could have stayed. I enjoyed that little time. And he's from Estonia. So I've been riding BMX bikes my whole life, and there's this huge BMX that happens in Estonia every year called Simple Session. And so I just asked him, like, have you ever been to Simple Session, or have you heard of it? And he's like, yeah, dude, it's in Tallinn. That's where I'm from. Said all of Estonia is basically Tallinn, which was pretty funny. Yeah, he said he loved Simple Session, and I was like, dude, you are even cooler. So, yeah, just let that be known that Ari Matty's a fan of extreme sports. And he was really nice to meet him. He's a nice dude. Maybe one day he'll be on the podcast. If I can get pulled for this Kill Tony show, maybe I can figure out how to sell some tickets. Dog's having a little moment over there. It's kind of cool. My cat is wandering in the hood. Ollie's playing with a stick. Everything is in order. Hello. Yes, I said your name. You were such a curious little being. I love my dog. So, let's see what's going on. Yeah, again, I'm really sorry about skipping. It's the first podcast I ever skipped. I don't feel great about it, but a couple weeks where I did one on Thursday and I did another one on Saturday. So this might actually even out to the exact amount of time. I have no idea. Hey, buddy boy. I don't have a way for you to come in and say hello. I could move the table a little bit. I just don't want to jeopardize. Look out, back up. You want to come in? Hey, bud. Ow! Oh. It's fine. I didn't get hurt at all. I think I said it for you. Are you okay? Hey, buddy. This is Alejandro. My buddy. He just turned 4 a few months ago. Say hello, buddy. Rock and roll. A man of not too many words. But I love my little boy right here. This mic also is absolutely fantastic. I found this thing. This is a Shure SM58. Greatest mic to ever exist, because I found this when I first, all right, down, be careful, good job. So when I first moved to Beach, Ollie, come here, this way, there you go, do it, I'll move it a little more, there you go, come on, good boy, nice job. So when I first moved to San Diego, Actually, that's not true. I lived in a whole bunch of different places before I finally ended up living in the little town that we call Ocean Beach. And the first time I lived in Ocean Beach, I lived with this couple, and I got along with the dude. We were both photographers, but the girl and I just didn't see eye to eye. Her dad owned the yacht club or whatever, and I didn't know that lifestyle, so there were certain things I did that to testing and to me were super normal, like eating a Little Caesar's pizza 3 hours after I bought it. That's pretty normal. Or eating food out of the can. She said, that's the sickest thing I've eaten. That's disgusting. You're basically an animal. And it's like, okay, Miss Bougie. So that was, that didn't really work. And after about 6 months. So when I left, we were on the top floor of the place. And downstairs, there was a screen door that was propped open with this microphone for the entire 6 months that I lived there. Rain, shine, all the stuff in the dirt, just covered in whatever. And then when I moved, I said, you know what? I'm taking this microphone. And I took the mic and I brought it in. I never plugged it in. I think I just spray painted it because I thought it'd be cool. And then I just left it around for a couple of years. And then one day, I plugged it in and it worked. And I thought, holy cow, that doesn't even make sense. And then this week, so as far as some of you know, I've been busking a lot. I've been playing drums on the street, trying to raise some money for my mom. Thank you to everybody who's made donations. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are the best. For more descriptions on how to donate, check out the information below. And by below, I mean in the description. Anyways, I've been playing a lot of drums, and I'm singing while I play, but there's no microphone. So I decided to bring out a mic stand and a cable and this mic. And lo and behold, this thing still freaking works. And I know it's not plugged in right now. It's just a crazy placebo effect audio, but it's pretty cool. So I don't know, that's been really fun. I love drum singing, very different dynamic as compared to just playing the drums. and I enjoy it a lot. It's a good time. I've been making some decent money compared to being a Uber driver. It's very lucrative, and I like it, and I just get to play songs I like and other people like, and at the end of it, there have been times where 50 people are applauding me, and it's like, oh, cool, it's my own little private show. I haven't done any stand-up yet, which is funny. I could just, like, stand on the stool and tell some jokes. Yeah, it's one of that. Maybe next time would be fun. And, yeah, that's pretty much the whole drum situation. Also, a drummer dude just, like, came up to me with a kick pedal, and he was like, every drummer needs an extra kick pedal. He just gave me one. So shouts out to that guy. But that was badass. And I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, I played drums on Friday the 13th. That's why I had these masks out. I've been wearing a lot of like costumes while I play, which has been fun. And I'm very excited to do the Joker again. I've never done Joker drums. Wait, yes I have, during Comic-Con. That was fun. That was the most lucrative drum night ever, probably. That was cool. And let's see what else went down in the books. Recently, comedy-wise, we hit set number 555. And then yesterday was actually 559. So if we go later tonight, there's a few little open mics here in town. That is going to be 560. And if American Comedy Company and Trailer go down tomorrow, then that could be up to 564. Nah, if I did 60 and 61 tonight, then it'd be 62 and 63 on Tuesday, if I guaranteed my spot. Could even be 65 if I did the Comedy Store too. And then Kill Tony, Gary could be 656, which is like way funnier than the other. All right, so tomorrow I think we have to try to pull a hat trick to like try to get this number right, because 656 is very silly. It's like you're just missing this little line to fill it in. That's so silly. I love that. Okay, well, we figured out what we're doing tonight. So this girl Bella runs a mic in El Cajon at Camel Bar. Run that game. And then my buddy Mike Red has a show at Space Bar. So we're going to do that and then be an Uber driver all night because we need to make some more money. If you guys would like to make some donations, that would be super cool. This job sucks, but it's cloudy, and I don't think the drums are going to be a good idea today, so it's driving time. And then we'll wake up, do some comedy, and probably I'll have to wake up super early, or just go that night. Oh boy, well, I got some things to figure out, I just realized. That's what we'll do off the record here, though. So, yeah, Kill Tony will be fun, though. We got our tickets. We'll be up in the balcony. But it's a shot, baby. And we'll be there on time to sign up. Because if we're not, by golly, that's going to really throw me off. I could just sleep in. I'll work super, super late tonight. And then wake up in the afternoon tomorrow to the point where I can do the comedy and then just dip out and go to Vegas and sleep. Wake up, go do the show thing, and alright, gotta do some laundry then. Alright, we got some stuff to do. This is basically just like what goes on in my brain. Appreciate you guys being here, just trying to monetize my thoughts. It's kind of fun. Oh my gosh, we didn't, really not a lot more I wrote down. That's okay. Will this work yet? Can we tune in? Is anybody here? Rock and roll. Turning on. Power button. Hold. Oh, hey, we got a charging symbol. That means at least it's like getting juice. So that's pretty cool. Hey, that works. Yeah, I guess, as a drummer, I have been thinking a lot about the process of setup and breakdown. I feel a very easy transport. I can get the drums in and out of my car in 10 minutes, which is pretty cool. I drive a compact Mazda, and doesn't really make sense, but you get everything in there. Kick, floor, two racks, the snare, all the equipment, cymbals, and it all just kind of like squeeze, and the wagon and the speaker, which is pretty, so that's tight, and figure that out. But yeah, I just been imagining if you end the show, like if you're doing busking as a guitarist, you pick up pull the guitar off your shoulder. You say, "Ah, that was fun." You snap open the case, you put it in, you snap the case closed, you pick it up, and you pick up your amp, and you leave. It's like, oh, that sounds so nice. And to be the singer, don't even get me started. They're like, "Oh, that was fun. Bye." Hey, ladies. Ridiculous. Oh man, music and comedy seem so intertwined. It's a fun little world to navigate in either aspect. Skankfest is next week in Vegas. I've never been, but it seems like the stars are kind of lining up to where it could be. Stop in. My buddy might be able to get us some VIP passes, which would make the whole thing a lot entertaining, I'd imagine. And yeah, just excited to be a part of this little world. It's fun, just making moves. Really just hopeful that one day I won't have to be an Uber driver. My own little way to make it in this crazy world. I've had a lot of people talk to me and be like, "How is it you're not famous?" Not to be arrogant or anything. A lot of things I feel like I do that are pretty outlandish and special, but I'm just waiting to find a way for the world to see it in the right light. So for any tuning into this podcast, it really means a lot to me. This is just sort of myself on the journey of making it as an artist, and it's been pretty fun. So nice little way to document my life, and I appreciate you tuning in to check it out. Speaking of my mom's surgery, everything went well for the second round, and she's recovering nicely. I want to thank you all. So appreciate your support, and I love my mom a lot. So shouts out to my mom. Love you very much. And yeah, let's see what's going on. I watched this Kill Tony that went down at Madison Square Garden. That will be the first Kill Tony that I've never been to in an arena. I've done every other show. Excuse me. My goodness. Hey, plane. Fortunate time. Blah. That looked fun. Madison Square Garden. When I was a kid, my dad always told me that we could go see Rush at Madison Square Garden. I was very excited about that. I think he was even planning it. And then my dad died, and I thought, all right, well, maybe I can go see Rush at Madison Square Garden. And then Neil Peart died, and there was no more Rush. And it was kind of sad to sink in the fact that I will not see Rush at Madison Square Garden. So, it is what it is. But there's certain things in life, How cool, though. When I started watching Kill Tony, they had 15,000 subscribers. And I thought the show was really clean comedy. It was just fun to watch. And now they're so big. They sold out 2 nights at Madison Square Garden in a very short period of time. One of the nights sold out in like an hour. That's like a pop star. That's Justin Bieber. That's Elvis or the Beatles. I hate that I went in that order. I'm so sorry. But those kind of tickets sell fast, and congratulations. What an amazing accomplishment. And I get my chance to, go say hello to everybody, potentially be a part of the family so wish me luck, everybody. I'm very excited for this opportunity, and it should be fun. And my dad will be there with me in spirit, and my mom will be in the same town. Cool. She helped me get to Austin. I would never have been able to do the New Year's podcast, the New Year's Austin adventure without my mom. What was really funny too, that whole thing, I'm not sure I've acknowledged this a lot, but I had an audition at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and I turned it down because I had tickets for Kill Tony, and I thought, well, Tony worked at the store. If I do good there, he could probably pull some strings. And then I just didn't get pulled, and I thought, should I have gone to that audition? And no, everything happens for a reason, and I had a really fun time while I was down in Austin. And at one point, I was sitting front row at the Vulcan, and he called me Freakazoid. I was sick. I liked that a lot. I did look pretty wild that night, to be fair. I had a very colorful jacket on with this hat. There was also neat little top hat clipped to the front. It said Happy New Year, and a crazy paisley and big old pants. But they were doing a questionnaire, and I just kept throwing my hand up. And during the New Year's episode, this lady, Nicole Tran, came out and did this song. And it just went, Happy New Year. And it was so much fun. And I just asked them when they were going to put that on Spotify. And he kind of chuckled a little bit. He was like, got a little smirk out of Tony Hinchcliffe. So I'm very proud of myself. And I'm ready for Kill Tony. I just gotta make sure to embrace my inner restart. So yeah, it messed up the word. So that way, if the narration captures me, they can't see anything. No, like, just gotta have to be myself. Be open, be truthful, be honest, and I don't know. I'm a very eclectic individual, so I hate when... I should hate ever, but I really dislike when I watch the show, and he's like, so what are your hobbies? And they're like, I don't really do anything. What does that even mean? But the thing is, I've met real people who don't have hobbies. They just do this thing, this one job, and they're like, that's what I do. So, alright, well, I'm good. I feel like I'm such the kind of person who sees a shiny object and goes, ooh, and it's kind of like, that to me represents so many aspects of my life, whether mix or photography or just action sports, comedy, music. I mean, I don't want to do the whole list right now, but I have a very large kind of plethora of things that I like to do with my life that bring me joy, and people should open themselves up more. Go do something. Try something new. I like it. I didn't like sushi when I was a kid. I threw it up the first time, but I love it now. And I still don't like crab or lobster. I remember ordering the biggest lobster they had at Red Lobster, and I took a bite, and I was like, can I have... It's a true story. You can ask my mom. And yeah, that's it. We're rambling. We're doing this. We're Bill Burr in it, baby. Billy Blueball in it. I have one more movie review. I'm going to try this laptop thing again real quick. See if we can turn this bad boy on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, charging symbol. Okay, well then you know what? I'm going to get up and we're going to check this little live feed chat, because that's the only way for me to access any kind of interaction between the audience members. Wonder if anybody said anything. Let's check it out. Is there a way to read what's going on? Not really. I don't really see anything at all. You can't even see this other mask. That's fun. All right, well, we're 30 minutes in here to episode 73. All right. Rock and roll, baby. We're live. Monday, September 23rd, 2024. Cheers, everybody. Here in not so sunny San today. That's okay, though. What a beautiful little city. Happy to be able to call this place home for such a long time. Almost 12 years. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I've lived in this house for over 7 years. That's mind-blowing. I love this little house. And it takes a lot to be able to maintain everything, but you work really hard, you get through, you figure it out. And that's the old MO. That's the game plan. Just trying to live, love, laugh, and learn. You already know, baby. That's how it goes down here in the 619. Everything. Totes my goats. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Should have wrote more things. Talk more about yesterday's adventure. That was so much fun. What's it called? So the plan was to drive up and go do the set of the night at the Comedy Store, which for those of you who don't, is basically you go to the store, sign up, starts at 9 or 9:30 or something, and however many drinks you purchase from the bar, whether it be water or soda or whatever, or alcohol, you can use those receipts. There's no limit. Put them in a box, and they pull 30 names out, And between 10 o'clock and 11:45, 30 people get to do 2 minutes. The best 5 sets get to do 3 minutes. And I have no idea what the winner gets. I think you got to like open for somebody. I have no idea. So none of the 5 people who were called, which was pretty fun. I was really hopeful in the beginning, like, what if one of the things is like all 5 of us back to back? Wouldn't that be sick? It was not the case. It was fun though, and made some friends. I met Ari Matty. I saw Jet Ski Jason. I saw George Perez. I almost lit him on fire. I'm really sorry, George. He knocked my cigarette out with his arm. He just broke the whole thing, and I went, "Oh, you might be on fire," and he went, "Thanks for the heads up," and didn't brush it at all, and just walked away. And I thought that was maybe the coolest I've ever seen in my life. So that was badass. And then I saw him do a set in the original room through the glass panel in the little bar section. That was like, comedy's cool, man. It's so sick. Saw a picture of Ralphie May in the hallway. There's just so many greats that have come through those doors, and I don't know, maybe it could be me one day. Who knows? I'm very optimal and idealistic, and I hope for some crazy things, and some of them have happened. So you never know. You just have to believe and let life happen as it should. As they said in the movie Almost Famous, it's all happening. Cheers. It's all happening, baby. Alright. Speaking of, you're turning on. Come on, power, power, power. You can believe in you. Power! Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Well, that's okay. No worries. You have to believe, though. That's the thing. Can't go into it half-assedly and expect the outcome wholeheartedly. Wow, that was prolific. Can't believe I just said that. It's one of the most brilliant things I probably ever quoted. And it's on camera. Let's go, baby. YouTube for the win. Or if you're listening to it on another platform, thanks for being there, too. However, I've been pretty neglectful about uploading the other platforms lately. It's really hard down. You have to, it's just very difficult to just do the very meticulous tasks of dragging and dropping and downloading and finding the right to get the video. Because if the video's over an hour, you have to use a different server download file, and then turn that from an MP4 into an MP3 and move. Just all of the things it takes to get it done. Social media is really tough. People underestimate it sometimes. You're really trying to be consistent and key and reach your base audience and deliver what they'd like to see. If you're having a bad day, they still would like to see that video, and it's up to you to kind of get done. I had an idea for a video that my buddy and I came up with yesterday, and I just realized that I forgot to make it. So I could totally do that once this is over. It's really a funny concept. I suppose I could share it with you here live before it goes anywhere. Maybe it'll go super big, and this will be the proof that this is where it came from. So yesterday I was on the phone with my buddy, Andrew. I love Andrew so much, one of my best friends in the whole world. Go watch our festival adventures over the years, and I just out of nowhere was like, "Have you ever put your penis in a vacuum?" And he said, "No, I haven't." And I have, because I'm an idiot. I was 12. Feels good. And then I was like, what if we did a little video where a guy said, "Hey, you know what feels really good? If you put your wiener in a vacuum." And he's like, "Oh, that sounds awesome. I'll go try that." But then he puts it in lays down with his legs spread open, and the vacuum is right there, and he puts it in the scary part with all the, and it's just a little clip of him going like, "Ah!" That's it. The whole thing would take probably like 15 seconds as far as watch time goes. But like, "Oh, it sounds cool." Ah! It's kind of like a Vine. Anyway, just like that's how, like, oh, that'd be silly. So there we go. That's a little video. Is it dumb? Yes. Is it ridiculous? Yes. Is it kind of silly? So at the end of the day, that's what I go for. I go for the laugh. If the laugh's there, cool. And if not, then, like, that's life. And my only goal is that I don't accidentally end up doing it and just ruin my entire life. Just like kind of has a little airflow, is it in? Oh no! A little jet turbine. Oh man, please don't take mine. That's great. Anyway, that's an idea for a video that was. I've been coming up with a lot of crazy concepts, which is pretty fun. It's like being wacky. Get my Eric Andre on. I miss my dad. You know, like he gave me the first season of SNL. What a great era, because there was nothing that came before it. So your realm of possibility was limitless. You could make anything, and it would just be original. And it just sounds like such a fun era, because now you have to think about the great sketches that have existed. You know, one of my favorite sketches ever is "We Lost Your Baby" with Will Ferrell, Tim Meadows, Molly Shannon, and Chris Parnell on SNL. And I think I told this story last time I was on, but this is really funny. I'm trying to find a way to like antiquate both of these together, because when I was born, my mom had me taken by the nurses and put in the little baby room, and she said, "No, I can't not have my baby." Got out of bed, grabbed me, brought me back to the room. The hospital started freaking out. They set the alarms off, they locked the place down, they called the police, and then finally they go into my mom's room, and they were to tell her, "We lost your baby." Call back, and there I was. So they started putting little shoplifter tags on the babies, and other hospitals were like, "That's a really good idea." So it started in Stanford, 1993, from what I have gathered, and spread. Excuse me. So I'm the reason you can't shoplift babies anymore. And that whole sketch came before me. So it's like, yeah, they did lose that baby. And then I just flat out lost. Gets me every time. Hi, my name is Dr. Poop. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do for your son, but I can do the robot. $4,000. Chad Meadows. What a legend. I love that guy so much. He's so funny. And you never paid for drugs. Not once. If you've never seen Walk Hard, the story of Dewey Cox, you are missing out on life, because that might be one of the funniest movies of all time. It's unbelievable. And Tim Meadows crushes. Excuse me. He crushes it. And he's a drummer. It's one of the drummer in the movie. I don't know if he's actually a drummer, but he played drums in the movie. So, he could at least play like a 4x4. And that was pretty cool. I could talk about Dewey Cox for hours. Cheers to Dewey. The wrong kid. That's what your music does. It kills people. Oh, my friends realized yesterday I have a very eclectic movie brain. I was able to quote the first couple minutes of a different few movies, and they were kind of blown away. And might be on the spectrum, but it's pretty cool. I love movies. It's nice to be able to remember them. If I was on an island, I could watch movies in my head, start to finish. It's pretty cool. Also, not everybody has a voice in their head, like a narrator. And I definitely have one. I don't know what he sounds like. I'm thinking about that a lot lately. Probably just sounds like me, but that's the version of me that I hear when I talk, and that's not actually what you hear right now. So who knows what's going on in my little noggin. I did watch one movie over the last 2 weeks. We found the time because I've been hearing a lot about this, and I was very let down. I watched No Country for Old Men, aka No Movie with No Plot. Yeah, okay, what's going on? You got a violent dude. Here's the thing. The dude gets all the money in the beginning. He was totally good. Everything was perfectly peachy keen. He didn't even take any of the blow. There was all of the... 1,000 kilos in this truck. And so it's like, yeah, they're coming back for it. But somehow there's nobody there. There's this bag and follows the blood trail to find a guy with like $2 million, gets the money, absolutely no trace at all of his presence, goes home, gives it to his girlfriend, and he's like, we got money. And so then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go get that blow. And so he goes, he goes, crap, you got $2 million, just buy it. What are you doing? And they made it seem like it was an older period of time too, like it wasn't quite where we were, and it just didn't make any sense. And the whole thing was just like unnecessarily violent. It was this crazy psycho dude who just goes around and he's basically stealing the entire bit of Two-Face, who's like, or die, make your choice. And you're like, heads. He's like, you got lucky. You driver? Not so much. And like, oh, I forgot the seatbelt put on. But anyway, like, stole the whole bit, and then like by the end of it, it kills like the dude. Like I literally turned away for 15 seconds, and he's turning into this pool in Miami or whatever, and he's splitting up with his girlfriend. I don't know why. He gets killed in a drive-by, like, and then the sheriff or whatever goes into the room, and he's there with a shotgun. He doesn't kill him, and then it's just like, oh, okay, and then he leaves. The main dude's dead. You're like, okay, that's great. And then for some reason, this dude's so psycho, he has to go to the girlfriend who doesn't have the money. He doesn't have anything. He's like, I made a promise to your dead boyfriend. He's like, no, you're just crazy. So he's like, call the coin flip. And she's calling it. It's not the coin, it's you. So it's like, yeah, that was kind of the main point. The movie sucked, and it won all these Oscars. And I wrote down a 6, but I'm giving it a 4. It was terrible. It was a terrible movie. Pressed shotgun, like that's not a thing. That's not a weapon. Just Woody Harrelson, like everybody he killed was just like, come on, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like it wasn't even like any kind of like drama to it. It was just this stupid dynamic of like, well, I'm crazy and my hair looks stupid. I look like a giant Oompa Loompa. Like it's the dumbest, stupid movie. It was awful. That movie, I will never watch it again. I don't care. Oh, you missed out on the elements of like what he represented about the Western society in that time. You don't understand the cultural relevance of currency versus human life. Like, that was dog shit. That movie sucked. Don't even come at me with anything like that. Yeah, no movie for no people. Don't watch that ever. It sucked. I think they should take those Oscars back and give it to anything else. Go give it won the Razzies that year, and switch. That's how I feel. Oh, that was terrible. I'll never watch that movie again. Need to go like watch The Iron Giant to like wash that out of my mouth or my brain mouth. Just need to clean that out. Anyway, I don't know what I'm really doing here. Just kind of rambling. That movie kind of been a little fiasco. It was cool though. I've been watching a lot of Family Guy. Somebody out there is uploading like hours of Family Guy at a time every day, immediately getting copyrighted and then taken down. But for like one day, it's unlimited Family Guy, and it's like, all right, let's go. So watching a lot of Family Guy. It's making me laugh a lot. A lot of really, really good jokes. There was one joke. I think the reason I watched No Country for Men was literally I saw that guy's weird haircut, and he was like, he went into a barber. I don't know the actor's name, but he's like, I would like a haircut that's both young and both from the past and the future and represents the now and the then. And he's like, okay. And that is exactly what his hair looks like, to be fair. It's really funny. It was a great joke. There have been a lot of great little quips I've heard out of. I forgot how funny that show was all the time when I was a kid. Just, it's pretty great. Definitely in the beginning, they were really more of like a family dynamic, and now Meg is just this punching bag, and Chris is an idiot, and Stewie's gay, and Brian's this liberal. And yeah, it's just really kind of like, I don't know. They find a way to just get through the day. The other characters are kind of nice, and it is really easy to just put it on and kind of lose yourself in the other stuff done. It's not one of those shows you really have to pay attention to, because it is one one of those storyboards where everything at the end of the day has to go back to the way it was, which gives you the ability to go make another episode right after. Because that's how a lot of those, what happens during the thing, at the end of it, everything turns back to normal. Because that allows you to go into the next one as if it's just like a seamless stream of events. And so, I mean, South Park, Family Guy, Futurama, like, you can go down the list. Simple dynamic for shows. Even kids shows and stuff. You know, they become a spaceman and they're like, oh, I guess I don't want to be a spaceman anymore. Just like simple story writing. And Jerry, a lot of planes today on this hazy afternoon. All right, final attempt. I'd really just like to see what's going on with the chat. Nope, still dead. Oh, well, that's all right. Well, we did a podcast. Did I miss anything? What's that little thing? Oh yeah, I went to a Pink Dot in Los Angeles. I've been to Los Angeles hundreds of times, but I don't think I've ever been to a Pink Dot. I've been listening to that song, "The Pusher," a lot by Blind Melon, and then there's a line. It's like, 1:30 in the morning, Pink Dot will deliver. That was cool. So there, everything was overpriced. And we just straight up told the guy, like, hey, this is overpriced. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you 10% off. And he did. It's pretty cool. So I saved $1.63. Put it as a local hotel and stay. I did not have a hotel. It says, parentheses, proof of stay, key required. So, I don't know. And then, honestly, I have to bring this up. This was too good. On the way home, we had to stop for gas. And we stopped for gas. And we get there, and we go up to the window. We try to talk, or like, there's a man to the cashier. And we start to realize very quickly this man is just being abrasive. Just extremely abrasive. And he starts being like super crazy, and he's like, I need this guy to call me a taxi. He's talking about the convenience store worker, and this guy clearly just wants him to go away, and we're like, dude, he doesn't want to call you a taxi. It's not his job to call you a taxi. You got to get out of here and figure that out on your own. Go find a payphone, get out of here. And it starts off very simple. Just please get out of here. We would like to conduct a transaction so we can get gas and leave. And he will not, physically blocking there's one of those little plates. And we start to say, yo, man, move. Get out of the way. We're trying to pay this guy. And it turns into like, he's like, what do you, like, no, I'm not going to move. This guy's got to call me a taxi. He's being a real freak. And it's like, all right, dude, this is a problem. Now the cashier guy is nudging him with the drawer. Just like, come on, move. And he wants him to leave very, very clearly. And so, bro, get out of here. And so he's like, oh, what are you going to do? And gets in my friend's face. And so 3 of us get out of the car and we're like, hey, bud, you don't want a problem, okay? So just back up. And he gets in. And he puts his arms up. And my buddy just, boom, pops like right in the face, down. And he's not done. He decides to get back up. And he comes at us again, like double force. And it's like, dude, stop. We just keep telling him, stop. Like, just stop. Go home. Get a taxi. Get out of here. Don't get it from this guy. It's not going to happen. You need to get the hell out of here. And he doubles down. And then finally, like, we just bail. And I hope that guy got a taxi. But, that was crazy. That guy sucked. You ever just meet, like, a terrible person? Just someone that's never been punched in the face and really kind of just needed it. You know, it's one of those things. It's not fun, but you can't act like that. You can't disrespect people. This guy's working minimum wage at 3:30 in the morning trying to just help people. If you're not of assistance or, like, at least conducting a transaction, just go. Figure it out. It's a very cold world we live in sometimes in that regard, but there are places that you can seek the resources that you need. If you really need to make a phone call, you can go to the police station and they'll let you make a phone call. You don't have to get arrested to make a phone call. You can just ask for help. And It's not always the best idea to ask a cop for help, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, there's possibilities, and you don't have to be rude to people, be mean to people, or threaten people, or hurt people. And if you hurt people, you better believe that your actions have consequences. So just, like, be a good person. It's not that hard at the end of the day. And I realize this is generic material, but I just think it's important as a society we remember, like, to respect each other and to give each other the appreciation that we would want for ourselves. It's that golden rule: treat others how you would like to be treated. So just try to be kind and help people, and don't be evil. Straight up, just don't do that. It's not fun. Nobody likes it. Nobody benefits from it. It's not a good thing. It doesn't make you look good. It makes everybody around you uncomfortable. Stop doing that. So that's my wisdom for the week. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this irate ramble. Shout out to Bill Burr for the inspiration for this rambleology. And I can't really think of any other funny quips without being too much of a ball. Thanks everybody for being a part of this, who's tuning in. I appreciate you very much. Kill Tony's on Wednesday. Wish me luck. I don't know what set number it'll end up actually being, but you know what? We're doing comedy. I'm excited. Let's rock and roll. Let's pop these cherries and drink those Shirley Temples, baby. I'm excited. So, that being said, you know what's kind of fun? This was, I believe this was my dad's old Jason mask. I have to take this little hat off so I can get the true recognition. It was so fun to wear these on Friday the 13th. It's pretty cool. It says, for costume party use only, Ruby's Costume Company, Inc., 1987. It's so cool. It's an OG Jason mask, dude. I love the thing. It's freaking sick. And then when I was a kid, I had this one. I think this one glows in the dark, but it's been stretched over the years. Still, like, this was mine. So there was a point in time where we wore them together, and I miss my dad a lot. So it was kind of cool to be able to wear his mask. They played some drums. And I don't know. I'm a very sentimental one, so this is a really cool thing in my life. I just thought I'd share it with you. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you very much. All right, final attempt. Second final attempt. Go! It just says charging. This is what I say. Oh, and now the light turned off. I see. For those of you who are curious, if anybody knows how to, like, fix this or what to do, I would really just like to use my laptop. It sounds awesome. And I guess I can do a chat box check one more time. Why not? Let's tune in and see what people are saying and stuff and doing and thinking and doing and stuff. And things. Let's see what we got. What we got? Anything? We got one like. Thanks for the like. But I don't know how to see any comments. You know what? That's going to do it. How long have we been live? What's the rate here? 55 minutes. 23 seconds. Hot G Willikers. Batman. Alright, well, that'll do it, I guess. We did a nice little solid session here on the Galactic Seabass Podcast. This was episode 7, and I'm Sebastian, your host now, forever, and always, and I appreciate you tuning in. Next, I'm not even going to say next week, because on Thursday, we can have episode 74, and I'll try my best to get, the finances all in check and, figure out everything. And now that the tourist season's over, fall starting, the traffic's going to a lot as far as tourism goes, so I have to figure out, some stuff to be able to keep me, hibernated through the winter. And I appreciate you very much for all your support. I'd love to be able to, do this professionally one day and just have this thing going, cranking for for you guys in a professional studio every week with cool guests. And one day that will be a reality. And for now, it's just a dream. So thanks for tuning into the dream. And my name's Sebastian. Thanks for dreaming with me. And this has been podcast. And my name's Sebastian. My friends call me Seabass. I have some stuff to do. I have a lot of work to do. Need to shower right now and get changed, ready for the evening. You guys are great. As always, I wish you the best of luck with all your endeavors in this life. Thanks for tuning in. Keep on rocking and rolling in the free world. Even if your world's not very free, you can make it that way. And just keep on believing that you can do anything you put your mind to. So, rock and roll, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Galactic Seabass Podcast. This was a lot of fun. And I will see you guys again next week for another adventure. Yeah, with that being said, I really, really, really appreciate you. And just realized that I don't know where my kazoo... I left my kazoo on my sweater. So... That's the best I can... That's, I can probably do better. Anyway, that is what I did. And that's what happens at the end of the day. You can try your best, and maybe at the end of the day it's not going to be the best, but just try, man. Try. Have fun. Do your thing. You live your life. You're alive. Be a person. Breathe. Go see the sun. Go dip your toes in the sand and feel the water splash your face and hug a baby and just be alive. You can do it. I believe in you. You're all. You rock. And I'll see you again for the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Seabass Podcast. It's been a pleasure. I tip my hat to you, physically and figuratively. And I'm bad at goodbyes, so we're going to end it right there. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great week. See you again next time. End transmission.